Members and participants, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. This is my great opportunity to be together this morning and wish for the grand success of this international conference, Sustainable, Resilient and Digital Infrastructure. Respectable fellows, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a profound honor to welcome you all to Kathmandu, a city that has witnessed both the beauty of resilience and the tragedy of disaster. Today, I speak to you not only as a speaker, but as a fellow engineer, member of Nepal Engineers Association, custodian of our nation's safety and future. Our subject, disaster management, resilient, is not theoretical for Nepal. It is with lived reality. Nepal sits at the crossroads of natural hazards. Our mountains inspire the old, yet they also bring landslides and avalanches. Our rivers sustain life, yet they overflow with floods. Our seismic zone reminds us through painful memory of the 2015 earthquake that preparedness is not optional, it is essential. For us, disaster management and resilience is not a policy choice, it is a national necessity. The role of science and fellows, you the scientific community, are the architects of knowledge. It is through your research that we understand seismic patterns, predict floods, and model climate change impacts. Basically, geoscientists help us map fault lines and anticipate earthquakes. Hydrologists guide us in managing rivers and preventing floods. Medical scientists prepare us for a pandemic and public health emergencies. As well, social scientists help us understand community resilience and human behavior. That's the reason disaster management is not the domain of one discipline, it is the convergence of all sciences. The future pillars which we have to discuss, maybe in your conference we are discussing more in details in thematic area. Basically, I urge you to discuss in basically 4 pillars of disaster management in relation to the resilience: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. You policy makers and you scientists, I want to mention our government is committed to the Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction 2015 to 2030, and we have introduced in the system, in the policy, climate change policy, that was in 2007, where we have introduced the NAPA and LAPA, that is in the community level, we are working with the community. As well, we have also mainstreamed the climate resilient and mainstream the disaster within our policy from 2010. Still, we have to go a long way. It is the fusion of, I believe, it is the fusion of policy and science that creates safety nets strong enough to withstand the storms of tomorrow. This partnership is very vital between policy and scientists. Policy sets the vision, but the science delivers the solutions. You engineers, we are looking for your great contribution in this direction. Still, we have the challenge ahead. The climate change is intensifying hazards in the Himalayas. Urbanization is increasing vulnerability in Kathmandu Valley. Resource constraints in terms of finance as well as in terms of human resources demands innovation that is cost effective as well as scalable. These challenges require scientists not only as a researchers but as visionaries, partnership in shaping a safer, more resilient Nepal. I call for action. I urge you, scientific fellows, engineers, technologists, through your conference, through your interaction, integrate disaster resilience into every research agenda is very important. Collaborate across disciplines, basically geology, engineering, medicine, social sciences to create a holistic solution is our need. Let's ensure that your findings are not conformed to journals only but translated into community actions. Finally, disaster management is not the responsibility of government alone. It is a shared vision, shared mission. And in this mission, scientists are the navigators of resilience, the guardians of knowledge, and the builders of hope. Let us commit ourselves to a future where disaster, resilient society, though inevitable, never become catastrophes. Together in Kathmandu and across Nepal, we can ensure that our communities are not only protected but empowered to thrive in the faces of adversity. So I like to congratulate you again for your success, and I really appreciate being with you together in this morning. And before conclusion, I like to appreciate Nepal Engineering Associations, you fellow colleagues. You have done a wonderful job bringing all the international expertise and knowledge together at Kathmandu, and your findings, your proceeding will help to streamline the policies in the community level through our municipalities and palikas, as well as provincial government will try to cope what we will produce from the conference, and I believe total society is really appreciating your contribution. So once again, thank you for NEA inviting me. Thank you.